Okay, we're back again, and hopefully we'll be alright now. So yes, I've returned my settings to back how they were before that, and hopefully that should work. I think I know why the autoconfig didn't work in the way we expected it to, because the autoconfig, it's not really based on your connection speed, it's more based on your computer specs. Because I've got a good computer, it will automatically set it as like the highest stuff there can possibly be. So I knew already from broadcasting experience in the past that I need to have it at a lower level than they were suggesting. But I thought I'd give it a try, but yeah, it wasn't ideal. But this seems a little bit more stable, so hopefully we'll go with this and see how this goes for a little while. Yeah, I was hoping it would work as well, Blaze. I really, really was hoping it would work as well, but it is what it is. It is what it is. Like I said, I had massive doubts that it would work anyway, simply for the fact it's not an encoder issue, it's not a settings issue. It is our network connection. It drops on all of our devices. It's not just for the stream. So unfortunately, the autoconfig won't work in this situation. I do, however, completely agree with Blaze, and it does work very, very well if you're having issues with your stream that's not necessarily related to your internet. So if your internet's not dropping out and you're still having issues with bitrate and stuff like that, then it's a good idea to use the autoconfig wizard, because that will tell you what your computer can handle. Like I said though, my PC, not a problem. Considering this PC is like 2 years old and stronger than the newest Sony and Xbox consoles, it should be alright. It should be alright. But yeah, the connection is where the problem lies. Right, let me carry on with the chat then. Duke, give Lewis the internet power! Yeah, really, thank you very much. Streams have minor issues. Please bear with us while it's worked out, but it should be all good. Blaze, my autoconfig also tests the bandwidth for me. So yeah, it does the same for me as well. But the problem is it's not checking your. It's not like an internet speed test, which is a normal way of testing bandwidth. It's testing how well your network card can handle. So essentially, so when I did it, obviously my internet was on. It wasn't dropped. So it just got the exactly that. So it's more of an internal bandwidth test than an external bandwidth test. So because I've got a good Ethernet card, it just automatically sees that, well, it can do it then, so it just pumped it right up. But to be fair, we have been quite steady, so hopefully it'll be alright. Well, fingers crossed. At least I tried to help better than doing nothing. Honestly, Blaze, I do hugely appreciate it. Honestly, I do. It's a pity it didn't work. It is a pity it didn't work, but honestly, I hugely appreciate the suggestion. I don't want it to come across that I don't appreciate it, because honestly, I truly do. So thank you very, very much. Thanks, Sparky. Sparky Blaze, you're welcome. I'll also have time to catch you from Monday. Amazing. Rue Lewis, if you're wondering, Blaze and I swapped hunts. He's doing Delwise now, and I'm doing Phoebus. I think that's why I got confused. I was like, hang on. The Fish, I'm sure the Fish has been done, and I'm sure the Delmies has been done, but the other way around, and I got all confused. In all fairness, I did not sleep well last night at all. I got very, very little sleep. So my brain's not working today. It's not working very well at all. I had a very, very busy day at work yesterday, and then when I got to when I got home, I was just like I was both exhausted and at the same time like my energy levels up. My energy levels were up because, sort of like, when you've been doing exciting things, you like blood's pumping, all that kind of stuff. It was a bit like that because we had a bit of an incident where I almost had a little. I'm not going to say I had an argument with somebody. I didn't have an argument. I'm not an argumentative person, but I had a discussion with another member of our staff, and it was. It was questionable. It was questionable because he was essentially, and I think a lot of you know, if there's one thing I can't really stand by, especially due to my background, due to my upbringing, I really, really struggle with liars. And this guy came across and he was like, I mean, don't get me wrong, you know, if you want to like lie about what you do and all that kind of stuff, then fine, but just don't bring it near me. He was saying like he makes I only do this job as just during the winter, during the cold months, because I own an ice cream van and I make 40 grand a week doing that. And I'm like, good for you, mate. Good for you. If I was making 40 grand a week, I'd be taking the winter off. But, you know, maybe that's just me. Maybe that's just me. Kays with the bitties as well. Kays, thank you so much, my friend. Always appreciated, but never ever expected. But thank you so much. Bringing us closer to the 6-hour stream as well. Getting very close there. Almost halfway. So I'm quite excited. Oh, no, wait. No. More than halfway. Less than halfway. We're a bit away. So that kind of rubbed me up the wrong way, but the thing that got me all sort of het up was he was talking about essentially the way he does the job. Now he's only been in the job for a couple of weeks. I've been there for almost a year, and yeah, he was saying now considering that we don't start delivering until about midday, he was suggesting that. You know, if you've got a 140 stop route, which is generally around 220 to 250 parcels, it's generally about 200 to 210 addresses. And they're saying, yeah, if you're not getting that done by like 2:30, 3:30, then you're doing something wrong. And I'm just sort of sat there thinking, I've been in this job for a year, and we haven't hit bonus in the entire year that I've been there. And the main reason for that is people are doing things that get complaints. We don't call them complaints in Amazon, they're called concessions. So we get complaints. If we get the complaints, we don't get the bonus. We've got a little bit of wiggle room, so we can have a few complaints, because obviously, you know, sometimes customers lie, you know, to get some free stuff. So we do have a little bit of wiggle room in there, but essentially, we've got a lot of people who will literally, essentially, throw the parcel out the window and go. And those are the people that are getting finished within, like, 2 hours. And it's those are the people that are ruining it for everybody else. And he was just there, and he was so confident with it. He was so confident, saying, yeah, all you need to do is, you just go up to the house, chuck it down somewhere, and go. And I'm like, right, mate, you're new, so I'll just tell you this now. That's something that's called doorstepping, and doorstepping is not allowed with Amazon. People do it, but they shouldn't do it, because that's the thing that loses our bonus. And he goes, no, I don't doorstep. I just throw it somewhere and go. And I'm like, that is doorstepping. I did get quite wound up. I got quite annoyed, and I'm not the kind of person that does get wound up. But yeah, that stressed me a little bit. That really stressed me. Yeah, see, Sparky. Now that is how I do it. That's how I do it. Yeah, I knock on the door, ring the doorbell, especially if it's got a Ring doorbell or one of those camera doorbells. Yeah, ring that. Normally get to speak to them over the doorbell. If I can't get any answer and there's no information on the app as to a safe location, or I can't see a safe location, I will call the customer, make sure it's done. And again, I'm doing it right. It takes a little bit longer, and yeah, it does mean that generally I will take, 6 to 8 hours to do my 8-hour day. But, that's the advantage. That's the bonus of the job that I've got, is that if I have a good route, if things are going well, I can finish early by an hour or two. Which isn't something you get in a lot of other jobs. But the idea that you can work an 8-hour job and get 6 hours off, yeah, not for me. That's a little bit wrong. Let's carry on with the chat anyway. Let's carry on with the chat. You can have a potato. Thank you, Duke. I will have a potato. It's under tools in the top bar. Thank you, Blaze. Found it. It's all good. Appreciate you, though. Jackson, I'm fine. Great to hear as well. Sparky, mashed vodka and crisps. I am a potato. Mashed vodka and crisps, all in one object. What more do you need? What more do you need? Tim Geeks out. Welcome in, Tim. How are you doing, my friend? How are you doing? Hope you're having a wonderful, wonderful day, and thank you so much for joining us. Most importantly, though, mate, how are you doing today? How are you doing? Hope you're having a wonderful, wonderful day. They can walk. When I grew up, I want to be a furret because that furret is a vibe, an absolute vibe. But for those of you who don't know Tim already, Tim is a relatively new friend of ours here on Twitch. But honestly, I'm so glad that we have met Tim. What an amazing streamer. What a fantastic, wonderful person as well. Genuinely a wonderfully kind person. We've got so much time. And of course, an incredible Pokemon creator as well. So click the link, smash the follow button, spread the limbo love. You all know the drill. You all know the drill. But how are you doing, Tim? How are you doing? Yes, it's food, and food is good. Tim, lurk for a meeting. Oh, Tim, no worries at all. Enjoy your meeting. Thank you so much for dropping me on a lurk whilst you're on a meeting, though. Do appreciate that. Okay, that's okay. That was me ending the stream. We lost him. Send out the search party. I'll be back. I'll be back. I'm back. I am back. Lee, welcome in, Lee. How are you doing, my friend? How are you doing? Hope you're having a wonderful, wonderful day as well. Thank you so much for being here. Most importantly, though, Lee, how are you doing today? How are you? But yeah, exactly that, Blaze. The issue is in the ISP hands now. I need to try and find some time to make a call to my ISP. I mean, the problem is I just don't have the time. I don't have the time. I barely have the time to look after myself as it is. So hopefully I can sort of find some time to get that done. Hopefully. But we'll see. We try. That counts. Exactly that, Blaze. Exactly that. Oh, Rue with a cuddle plush. Now, I'm going to guess it's probably going to be Ripple, but I'm going to wait. I'm going to go down the chat just to see. Blaze got the fish at 161. Yes, that's the one. Rue, can you do me a favour and put in a substitute if my redeem worked? Wait, a substitute? So something other than Ripple? Or the substitute plush? Because we don't have a substitute plush yet. Kays, good morning, bestest buddy. Good morning, Kays. Let me get a shout out going for you as well. I know I welcomed you in earlier on. Oh, in fact, Rue did a shout out for you. I apologise. Double shout out. Why not? For those of you who don't know Kays already, Kays is better known as Kazakadny, of course, is an amazing streamer and a wonderful friend of ours. So please click the link, smash the follow button, spread the limbo love. You all know the drill. Blaze, if you earn 40k a week, I would work only 1 month a year. You know, Blaze, honestly, 100%. And this is it. I just can't deal with liars, blaggers, and that kind of stuff. So yeah. So it rubbed me up the wrong way a little bit. And the problem is I think part of the reason it bothers me is that. Maybe it's just because I do pick up on it well. I do tend to know when someone's lying. I'm not the kind of person to pull someone up on it. Maybe I should do. But I think I did on stream the other day, actually. But yeah, I mean, again, part of the reason I have such an issue with people who lie like that is because I used to be one of those people. When I was a kid, when I was in my early teens, probably until I was around 14, 15, maybe even a little later, maybe even like 17. I lied about everything. Like literally, absolutely everything. And it was pointless. It was absolutely stupid. It was stupid. All it did was it pushed people away. The lies compounded, and I had more lies to keep up with than anything else. And to be fair, it was something I only ever did because of the upbringing that I had, the parent that I was being brought up by, who was a narcissist and all this, and my parent gaslit me for like my entire life. It just became like a natural defense. And yeah, because I was constantly being told as well that And I think this was the thing that I really struggled with. And apologies for going so much into a mental health discussion as well. But yeah, one of the things that I really struggled with that was because I was constantly being told I was perfect, I was the best, I had the potential to be absolutely anything I wanted to. But whenever I tried to do something, I was immediately told I was useless at it and shouldn't do it. So I was being torn in two directions, like, constantly. So it just sort of built up that thing where the best thing to do was just to lie about something and say that I was doing really well at something. But the problem was, obviously, I was young, so I didn't know. I didn't know anything. So all I was doing was I was just making things up that didn't make any sense, and people could all see it. But when you're in the situation, when you're in that mindset, you'd think what you're saying is totally believable. Because you kind of convince yourself of it. And then when I was around 17, 18 years old, I then... Oh, thought the internet was going... Oh, it's trying. It's trying. Oh, stay with us. Stay with us. Okay, I mean, okay, that's weird. My kilobits a second just jumped up to 10,000, which is crazy. Okay, we should be back. We should be back. We should be back. So yeah, so when I was about 17, 18, I essentially did something that was very, very hard, but anyone that's in that situation, I completely recommend it. Completely recommend it. Magmar XR, welcome in. Welcome in. How are you doing, Magmar? Hope you're having a wonderful, wonderful day. Thank you so much for joining us. Most importantly, though, how are you doing today, my friend? How are you doing? Just as an FYI, I am a little bit far up in the chat as well, so I will be making my way down. I'm also having some slight connection issues, so hopefully we should be able to get through it. But if I do sort of like, you know, frame drops and stuff like that, just please bear with me. We should be okay soon. But right, let me, yeah, so when I was about 17, 18, I essentially thought about all of the different lies that I told. I thought about all the different stories, all the fakery, and essentially, yeah, I just announced it and apologized, spoke to most of the people that I knew, and just said, I'm sorry for lying. These are all the lies that I told. Don't get me wrong, there are some people who I never spoke to again after that, some people who do still speak to me. I know there's at least someone that I definitely spoke to about it a couple of times, who still forgets that I've had that conversation with them. So yeah, but it's I think it was the best thing I ever did. It was like a weight lifting off my shoulders, knowing that I didn't have to stress with it as well. But yeah, let me carry on with the chat. And then hopefully we'll get some DAs today as well if the net stays up. Blaze, exactly, yeah. If you earn 40k a week, I would only work 1 month a year. No, exactly that. And it's just I don't need those lies in my life. I don't need them. Sparky, if I earned 40k a week, I'd still be working. I mean, Sparky, you know, always be hustling. You know what I mean? But this thing, it's a nice green van. It's a seasonal job. You can probably stretch it out to like all of summer and then half, maybe all of spring and half, maybe all of autumn/fall. But yeah, if you're actually earning that much, which I kind of doubt, but if you're actually earning that much, yeah, take the winter off. Why not? Kays, thanks for the shout. No worries, Kays, and of course from Rue as well. Rue got there first. Kays, his allergies going to be the end of me. Oh no, Kays, I'm so sorry to hear that. But sending you all that positive energy, all the limbo love, and hopefully your allergies can settle a little bit. Exactly, Sparky from before. My package is always put in my hand. If no one's in, they call me. And that's the best way to do it. It's the best way to do it. Tim, so if you personally get no complaints, you don't get your bonus. Exactly that, Tim. Exactly that. So it's not an individual bonus. It is a team bonus for the entire, what we call a DSP, which is a delivery service provider. So the bonus goes to them. The bonus goes to the DSP, so the person who's contracted me, and then they divide that between all of us. But if we as a team don't get the bonus, nobody gets the bonus. And that's a little bit annoying. A little bit annoying. Yeah. Tim, I'm great, thanks, dude. Hope you're okay. Yeah, not too bad at all, mate. Not too bad at all. A little bit tired, I'm not going to lie, and a little bit stressed because the internet keeps dropping out. But we're all good. We're all good. But thank you very much for asking, mate, and I'm great to hear that you're doing well as well. Great to hear you're doing well. Jeff, welcome in, Jeff Real Gamer. How are you doing, my friend? Hope you're having a wonderful, wonderful day as well. Thank you very much for joining us. Most importantly, though, how are you doing today, my friend? How are you doing? Chags, welcome in, Chags. How are you doing? How are you doing? Hope you're having a wonderful, wonderful day as well. We'll get a shout out going for you. There we go. But hi, Limbo. I got my Taiko game today. What's one of those then, Chags? What's one of those? Let us know. Tell us all about it. But for those of you who don't know Chags already, Chags is another incredible streamer friend of ours. Our resident yo-yo expert, our resident racing game expert, a Trackmania world record holder. Honestly, amazing, wonderful person. Make sure to click the link, smash the follow button, and spread that Limbo love. You're going to love Chags to bits. Rue. Oh, that's Totodile. Yeah, then Ripple. Yeah, no worries. Yeah, this is a... I suppose, yeah, Totodile does kind of look a little bit like the sub, especially from way back out here as well. Just probably move the Magikarp to be more visible as well. Little Magikarp, but there we go. Ripple is getting the cuddle. Yeah, thank you, Roo. I do appreciate you as well. Blaze, I can't deal with them either. I will I will call them out and let them go down by themselves. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. It's kind of like hoisted by your own petard. So yeah, and I was like that too, TJ. It was a self-defense mechanism, but it doesn't work. Blaze, you are my Dutch twin. 100%. Okay, so I used to when I was a kid, 7 or 8, because I got beat a lot because my adopted parents weren't in a fantastic mood, so I tried to get out of it. Yeah, I mean, that's the best thing is, you know, sometimes it is a defense mechanism. Chags on the lurk, enjoy your lurk, Chags, enjoy your lurk, and we'll catch up. We'll catch up properly when we can. Lee, I'm very well, Lewis. It's day off from the gym today, so I had a morning of soft resetting Groudon, then a lunchtime Pokemon Go walk, not long got back now to chill with you and set up some Xenoblade. Lee, sounds like an amazing day, as always. Love to see it, love to see it. But yeah, so how was the Groudon resets? I'm guessing you didn't get it, because I think you'd have told us otherwise. How was the lunchtime Pokemon Go walk as well? But I can imagine you're very much looking forward to a bit more Xeno. How are you? Not too badly, not too bad. A little stressed with the internet, but a little bit tired, but generally okay. But thanks for asking. Magmar, I'm good. I'm shiny hunting Ghastly, but with no luck. Well, Magmar, let's get some of that luck your way, shall we? The best way to do it is with a Twitch Jesus prayer. So, in the name of Arceus, Twitch Jesus, and the holy chat, please grant Magmar that shiny, ghastly look. Shaman, shaman, shaman. Remember, it's the shamans that make it work. We need them shamans in the chat. And Lee, it's okay. I love you going deep, Lewis. We get to know more about you as a person, and when you go personal, you are helping others feel more okay with their stuff as well, helping alleviate shame. And that is one thing I always want us to be able to do, is to, because there's such a negative stigma around mental health. Now I know it's been mentioned in the past as well that there's like, you know, it may be even worse for males than there are females or whatever. I'm very much of the opinion that whether it's worse for a group or not worse for a group or whatever, let's just help everybody, you know? Let's just help everybody. So yeah, like 100%. The more we can talk about it, the more we can normalise discussing mental health, the better that'll be. And of course, yeah, I mean, obviously, you know, I've gone through quite a bit. I've definitely had a, you know, in my 31, almost 32 years on this planet, I've experienced more than my fair share. But to be able to share that with everybody, and then even if just like Blaze said, you know, they've had something similar, just like wait, where was it? Yeah, just like Kay said as well. I thought it was Kay's, but I wasn't sure. I need to double check. So yeah, like Kay said as well, people have gone through similar. And sometimes, I know when I was a kid, I felt like I was all on my own. I felt I was the only person going through this. Because everybody else that I knew seemed totally well-rounded. And the scary thing is I wonder how many people come into this chat, see me, and think, that is a well-rounded person with no issues. Probably not no issues, but, you know, it does make me think. And it's easy to forget that other people do go through stuff. So, yeah, the more we can talk about it, the more we can normalize it, the more we can progress and make solutions. Oh, Magmar with a Limbo jingle. Blessed! We love the Limbo jingle. Thank you very much, Magmar. And a posture check as well. We always appreciate a posture check. Sparky, I mean, yeah, I'd take 3 months off on 40k a week. I'd probably still look for things to do around the house. Oh, yeah, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying, you know, do nothing, but I don't understand why you do a job like mine if you're earning 40 grand a week for 9 months. You know what I mean? It seems an odd one to me. Nick Guy, welcome in, and thank you very much for the follow as well, massively appreciated. Apologies for not welcoming you in when you first arrived. I've been having some serious tech issues. Things aren't necessarily showing up. My internet keeps dropping out, so I apologise. But welcome in, Nick Guy, welcome in. Hope you're having a wonderful, wonderful day, and thank you so much for joining us. Honestly, massively appreciate it, and I hope you have a wonderful time with us here today as well. Blaze, we only can be twins. We are twins, Blaze. We are twins. Jeff, doing fine. Just a tad tired. Didn't get enough sleep. Jeff, I'm so with you there, mate. So with you. But hopefully you can get some rest. Get yourself comfy, cozy, and hopefully you'll be alright. And Blaze, oh, TJ, I got Shiny Palossand from DA yesterday. Shiny Palossand is so good. Such a good shiny as well. So good. Love that, mate. Lee, thanks for asking, Lewis. My reset's up 950. Pogo Walk was great because I dug out my old Pokemon Plus and had that ding while I was walking as well. I had that going while I was walking as well. Also, guess I ordered a capture card this morning. Yo, Lee, for real? Nice. Is this because there's plans of joining the streaming fold by any chance, Lee? I'm excited. Shern Gaming, Shern, welcome in. How are you doing, my friend? How are you doing? Hope you're having a wonderful day, and thank you so much for joining us. Most importantly though, Shern, how are you doing today, my friend? How are you doing? But thank you so much for joining us. I do hope you have a wonderful time with us here as well. I'm full odds hunting routes. Best of luck, Shern. Best of luck. Hopefully you get it. Hopefully it's not too much of a tough one for you. I'm gonna say I think it's I try to avoid full odds hunting as much as I can. Any opportunity to improve my chances, I will go for. So best of luck for doing it full odds. Are you doing it full odds to challenge yourself, or are you doing full odds just because you haven't got the shiny charm and stuff? But either way, best of luck to you, Shern. Best of luck. I'm also sick. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Shern. I'm so sorry. I do hope you feel better soon. Sending you all that positive energy and all that Limbo love as well. But yeah, get yourself comfy, cozy, keep yourself hydrated, and hopefully you'll be right as rain in no time. And Lee, I'm thinking about it. I've done so here and there over the years, but never really did it. But I was like, hey, try it. If you don't like it, at least you tried it. It's like one of those things I've at least got to try. Yeah, why not, Lee? Why not? Let me know when you. Let me know if and when. and I'll definitely try my best to make sure to pop across for you as well, Lee. Shern, full odds. I thought the Ditto I got was Japanese, but it was not. Oh, okay, so you try and do Masuda method. Gotcha. Well, I mean, first off, 100%, get yourself the Shiny Charm. Get yourself the Shiny Charm, without a shadow of a doubt. One of the best things you can do for shiny hunting, just to at least improve those odds. That being said, for Masuda method, essentially, the Ditto doesn't have to be Japanese. It just needs to be from a different language game than your language game. So, or as well, I mean, if we're being entirely correct, it needs to be a different language Ditto than the Pokemon it's breeding with. So, say for example, if you have a Ralts from an English-speaking game, then it can be a French Ditto, Spanish Ditto, Italian Ditto, Japanese Ditto, Korean Ditto, Chinese Ditto, trying to think, German Ditto, Portuguese Ditto, essentially any of the other languages, just not the language that your Ralts is.
I'm a potato.
I am a potato. I am a potato. I said German. I didn't say Spanish, though, which is crazy, considering I have Spanish citizenship, and that is one of the languages I speak best after English. So, so I'm really surprised I didn't think of Spanish, but I did do Italian and Portuguese. What am I like? What am I like? Ablaze, I made a mistake, Lewis. Got 4 starters yet to go. Trico, Mudkip, Poplio, and Grookey. Right. Was Poplio the one that was missing before? I think it might have been. Dragon Boy, welcome in, Dragon Boy. How are you doing, my friend? Hope you're having a wonderful, wonderful day as well. Thank you so much for joining us. Most importantly, though, how are you doing, my friend? How are you doing? And Lee, capture card is ordered. Not a big name one. No point ordering that when just trying things out. I'm anxious but excited. I'm kind of just going to let it roll and see what happens. I have no experience or idea what I'm doing, so I'm a little worried about using software like OBS, etc., but we'll just see. Lee, if you have any questions at all, feel free to drop me a message, and I'm more than happy to help you out with that as well. If there's any tips I can give, any way I can help, by all means, drop me a message, and we'll have a little chat and see what we can do as well. If there's one thing I will recommend with the capture card as well, now don't get me wrong, you know, if you're going for you don't necessarily have to go for the big brand one. That being said, there isn't a lot of difference in price between the unbranded and the big name brand. So the big name brand is Elgato. And to be fair, it's not that much more expensive. So normally I'd say it is probably worth paying that little extra more, rather than, I think I've said it before on stream as well, buy cheap, buy Okay, I think we're back. I think we are back. There we go. Sorry, everybody. Sorry, still having internet issues. Oh, we might be alright, though. We might be alright. So Lee, so 100%, I don't think there's any issue with going for the unbranded ones, but for the fact that there is there's a very small difference in price anyway, I personally would go with the branded one, but, that doesn't really matter. The important thing, do not get a USB one. Do not get a USB capture card. It is the biggest mistake we always see people making. We've had so many people that have got in contact with us. The first one was Ducky, who is Zena's niece, technically my niece now as well, now that we're married. But yeah, and since happened with Ducky, we've had it happen to so many other people as well. USB capture cards have massive latency issues. It's not the biggest issue on Pokemon games, I will admit. But as soon as you want to do anything else, honestly, it's not worth it. It is not worth it because it's not like you can easily return it once it's used either. So yeah, it's not ideal. Not ideal. The capture cards that go straight into your PCIe slots, much better. Like a million % better. Again, it's not a massive difference in price either. It is more of a difference in price than, say, between the different brands, but it's buy cheap, buy twice. The USB ones, they're not good enough. Not for latency. If you're just doing it for something, say, then you might be alright. But as soon as you have something that is time sensitive in game, the USB capture card it might as well just be sending photos of what is happening. So 100% definitely recommend the PCIe slot, and I 100% do not recommend the USB. Okay, I think we're back again. I think. Okay, yeah, I think we're back. Oh my days, we're having some serious issues here. We're having serious issues. I'm just going to put Vapes or Ripple back. Just for now. Ripple is having a nice little bit of a dance on the screen whilst I was waiting for that to all come back, just in case you could see anything. But yes, where was I? Just to shorten that out, TLDR, 100%. I don't think it really matters about the brand of capture card, but for the price difference, I would probably say you might as well go for the Elgato. My recommendation would always be to get a PCIe slot capture card. Don't waste your money on a USB capture card. They are not anywhere near good enough, and they will just cause latency issues. Like I said, I don't think it's too much of an issue for Sword and Shield. You do notice it in DAs. If you've got a USB capture card, again, you do see a big difference there. But for Scarlet and Violet, yeah, 100%. The USB capture cards will not be effective for those. You will just have lots of choppy images like this. To be fair, kind of like this stream has been. I would 100% recommend the PCIe slots. I 100% do not recommend the USB ones because they just don't do the job. Latency stuff. Exactly that, Blaze. Exactly that. And Lee, definitely just want to be shiny hunting. Not anything else as of yet. Can't go wrong, though. Can't go wrong. Looking forward to seeing the content, though, Lee. I forgot Poplio. I always forget it. Poor Poplio. One of the best water starters. Possibly one of the best starters in general. Such a good stat distribution. And Dragon Boy, good, but also very happy. Great to hear, Dragon Boy. Why are you so happy? Love that, though. Love that. Lee, and obviously as I've got two screens now, it feels like an opportune moment. Amazing. I cannot wait. I'm actually going to drop you a follow now in preparation, just so I can see it. Chags, is Chimkin here? Chimkin is Dragon Boy, right? In that case, yes. I got one of my Ultra Moon games to the altar, and I have one Pokemon Sun before I get to the Moon cartridges. Very nice, Dragon Boy. Very nice. Jags, DM me something on Discord? Fair. I know, internet, why? Why, internet? Why? Just out of interest, can you all see me? Can you all hear me? I've not seen anything pop up in the chat since my connection's come back. So I don't know whether I'm back on your end as well. Yes, Jackson, thank you very, very much. I appreciate you. I do appreciate you. Thank you very much for letting me know. Okay, so there we go. We've got up on chat. I think we should attempt to get onto the game and see if we somehow can get through a DA. So, if you want to join us for a DA, what do you need to do? First off, you need to have Sword and Shield, obviously. You also need to have the DLC, because you need to have access to Crown Tundra to get into the Max Lair, which is where we do Dynamax Adventures. You also need Nintendo Online, so that you can use the online functionality. As long as you've got those three things, you're more than welcome to join us. It is first come, first serve, however, so please make sure that if you are trying to get in, to pop your information in as soon as it is up. So, first thing we need to do is we need to make sure we are connected to the internet, which, to be fair, is something I need to make sure we are for the stream as well. So, to do that, you need to press the Y button on your controller. That brings up the Ycom. On the Ycom, you need to press the plus button to to connect to the internet. So it'll say connecting, please stand by, and then this little bit up here that says local communication will change to internet when we are connected online. So hopefully it can connect. There we go. It is connected. That's good. Don't need to bother with the stamps for this one, though. That is for Max Raid Mondays, not for this one. So now let's make our way into the max lair. The max lair, like I said, is in the Crown Tundra. It is directly adjacent to... connection. It is directly adjacent to the train station, so it is right here. Right here. So we're going to go to... we don't need to fly there because we are there. And then we want to go all the way to the back. We want to speak to this. Okay, I think we're reconnected. I think we are reconnected. Oh. Yeah. So, okay, just so I can give you all a bit of information as to what might happen with the stream now. Because this does keep happening and it is getting to a point where it's almost impossible to actually do a stream. I think if we drop out again or we do a DA and it doesn't let us do the full DA, I think I might just have to call it quits and end the stream, because obviously it's not great for me. It's not great for you all. For me to keep dropping out like this. Oh my days. It's having some serious issues. Oh, this is frustrating. This is really frustrating. Right. Are we back? Okay, I mean, there is definitely some connection. I'm still getting like a ton of dropped frames, but there is definitely some connection because I'm getting the chat come through. Right, I should be back. I should be semi-back. Yeah, so it seems to have stabilized-ish again. Does seem to have semi-stabilized. As Jackson says, have you tried reaching out to your internet provider? Not yet, but not because I've not wanted to. I just don't have time. I just haven't had time to do it, and I really could. You know, I could do. It's something I need to do I think it looks like if I'm going to be ending the stream early, I'll probably just call the ISP straight away once we end the stream as well. But yeah, 100%. I think it's a damaged router. I think that's what it is. I think that's all that's the only thing that seems to make sense. So yeah. So we'll have to. I'll have to give the ISP a call, see what we can do. Yeah. don't get me wrong. I'm kind of the opinion at the moment that because I'm so busy, you know, between streaming on Twitch and work. I mean, work alone. I work 3 days a week. But out of those 3 days a week, out of that week, I'm out of the house for 33 hours minimum. And of course, I'm exhausted when I get back. So essentially, any of the days that I'm working is a gone day. So whilst I'm out of the house for 33 hours, it's actually more like 24, 48, 72. 72 hours that I'm not available. Then add in the 4 hours, 4 days for the streams. That's 4, 8, 16. So another 16 on that makes 78, 88 hours a week in which I've not got free. I need to include time to sleep in that as well, so I generally tend to get about 5 to 6 hours sleep a night just because I don't have time to do all the other. Oh, wait, okay, I might be back long enough just to confirm what I've just said in the chat. Or maybe not, I don't know. So yeah, unfortunately, I think I am going to have to cancel today's stream now. The internet is just too bad. I will try and get a call done. I will take Tim's suggestion as well. I will try unplugging the router for at least 2 to 3 minutes. Renew the connection. But so yeah, so unfortunately that's going to be where we're going to have to leave it for today. I'm so sorry, everyone. I'm sorry to all of you that I'm not. Okay. We're back for a minute. Right, so I've put the messages in the chat just because I'm wary of the internet dropping out. I'm not going to repeat those messages again, but like I said, I'm very sorry about this, both to you and to me, because this these streams, they mean the absolute world to me. They just make me feel so good. So like I said, I'm so sorry about that. But let's see if we can squeeze a raid out. Let's see if we can squeeze out a raid. I'm just having a little look at who we've got online today. I'm thinking we should probably try and see if we can go into a Pokemon stream as well. I think I can see a good one. Yeah, this looks like a good one. This looks like a good one to me. We are going to we're going to raid out. But before I explain, before we do the raid out as well. Let me just explain what else is hopefully happening on the channel in the coming days. So I should be streaming again tomorrow from 2 PM BST, and it should be our shiny Shaman hunt in Shining Pearl. So fingers crossed we will get that. But what we're going to do now, hopefully if we can, we are going to raid across to someone I don't think we've had a chance to raid to before, but is a wonderful streamer, absolutely outstanding. So we're going to raid the one and only Yeti Fudge, who is currently shiny hunting for Venipede. It's a Venipede shiny hunt going on here. Love to see it. So if you are a subscriber, please copy this message. with the Twitch Jesus emotes. If you are not a subscriber, please copy this message with the Twitch raid rockets. When we get across the Yeti stream, we'll paste the messages in so he knows exactly where all the Limbo lovers come from. But yeah, so once again, I'm so sorry, everyone. I will try and get this all sorted off stream, and we'll see how we go from there. But honestly, massive loves to you all. But all I've got left to say now, and I can't believe I'm saying this so early, all I've got left to say to you all now is thank you all so much for sticking with me. Honestly, it does mean the absolute world, so thank you so much. I truly, honestly hope you have a wonderful rest of your morning, day, afternoon, evening, or night, depending on where you are in the world. And I can't wait to see you all again next time. Hopefully tomorrow, 2 p.m. BST. Thank you all so much. Honestly, massive loves to you. If anyone wants to drop me a Discord message or speak to me on Discord, feel free. I will be about as well. But yeah, so yeah, so that's unfortunately where we're sitting. Thank you very much, Jackson. Much appreciated, my friend. Yeah, Dr. Rots, welcome in, but we're not about that sort of negativity. We're not about that. Plus, you're sort of comparing Pokemon, the biggest franchise in the world, with Fortnite. Mostly played by 11-year-olds, just saying. So yeah. Think you might be in the wrong community for this one, mate. Might be in the wrong community. But like I said, we are going to raid out now to the incredible Yeti Fudge, and all I've got left to say is I do truly hope you have a wonderful rest of your morning, day, afternoon, evening, or night, depending on where you are in the world. And I look forward to hopefully catching up with you all again next time. Tomorrow, 2 p.m. BST. Take care. Bye-bye!